picture the scene. You're looking for love, and after meeting someone online, you agree to go for coffee.
Pretty straightforward. The relationship goes very well. You don't then only invite this man to live with you, but you invite his mother as well, and you're now planning your dream wedding to him.
But how would you feel if you discovered that you were entangled in a web of lies, his lies, and that you're actually in love with a man who's made up his whole image, his whole identity? He doesn't actually exist.
Well, for our first guest today, that nightmare did come true. This is Rachel Moultrie. And Rachel, it is quite some story. I'm so sorry that this happened to you. Tell us about, so, you know, we're saying people meet online. We've been to a couple of weddings.
But you were going to say we've been online.
We didn't meet online. But, you know, we've got friends who met online, very happy endings, married.
Did you take much persuasion, first of all, to do the online thing?
I've got a few friends that have done the whole online dating thing. They're having a blast. I'm getting on a bit. Busy mum, no time to go out. So how does one, you know, meet someone? So, OK, I dip my toe in and I start talking to the chap. Brilliant banter, you know, really making me laugh.
Was he the first one you sort of connected with? Or?
There was a couple, but this one really stood out. And the fact that I'd had children, I think maybe I'm a bit too open, a bit too honest, which really I think he has picked up on straight away. And
so what did he tell you? So this man you think is called?
He told me his name was Dan Mitchell.
Dan Mitchell. OK, so you're talking to Dan Mitchell. What did he tell you about himself, the kind of man he was, what he did, what his life was like?
He said he had a piercing studio, tattoo parlour, and that's something I was quite interested in. He said he had two grown-up daughters. They were twins. They were 19. So family man, children, and I've got children. So straight off then there's that connection with parents. And he just seemed so caring. And
did he live nearby?
No, he lived in Bristol. I live in Cardiff. So the fact that he was coming to visit, and distance was no object. There was the money for the toll bridge. I'm thinking, crikey, this guy, he's putting himself out for me.
And he also told you...
I'm just interested about this tattoo parlour. Did you ever go and see the tattoo parlour?
No, and I kept asking.
Oh, right.
He kept the Bristol life very separate from the Cardiff. I kept saying, can I come to the parlour, you know, can I see you at work? Yeah, we'll have to organise something. I'm really busy right now. But the funny thing was, if I phoned him, he'd never answer his phone. But he'd always phone me back about 10 minutes later. Now looking back, I can see why. And
were you never tempted to get a tattoo? Did you ever say to him, oh, I'd love one of those? Or was he never tempted to give you one?
No.
Never tempted to test his skills?
No. He said, you know, I can do a piercing for you. I let him pierce my tragus, and that was really painful. So I took that out, yeah. But no, I never seen it.
Now, what about, he also told you that he was a former SAS?
Yeah.
Member of the SAS. So how did you believe that straight away? Did he back that up with photographs or anything that made you think that was true?
Doesn't impress me, to be honest. My ex-husband is ex-forces, so he's ex-army, and you know, he was brought up in a military sort of family. So, like I said, that it didn't really impress me. So, it sort of went over my head.
But you must have asked, you know, when somebody says to you, I was in the SAS, you immediately go, so where were you based? What did you do? Did he have reasonable
he would tell me. I didn't have to ask him. He would tell me, and he'd tell me that how he ate worms in the jungle, you know, to survive in Borneo, and sometimes he got a bit too bored in his conversation. So
but it was believable.
Yeah, because he was... I looked at him, I thought, well, your physique, it doesn't say, you know...
How long did it take you to sort of say, you know, I fancy him, or, you know, that
he was humorous, so...
Yeah, you I like almost humour. Straight away, you clicked straight away.
And yeah, he was very charismatic, you know, so...
So how quickly did he propose?
Well, we met in the end of September 2014. He phoned Christmas time because he was going to come for Christmas, and that's when he said his daughter had died of a heroin overdose. And as a mum, that was horrific.
You hadn't met the daughters?
No,
but you seen pictures of the
daughters?
No,
I kept saying, because as a mum, you know what it's like, your camera's full of pictures. And I used to say, if you've got any pictures, they're on my iPad. This is in John's lockup. Everything was in John's lockup. I don't know who this John is, but John's got a treasure trove of things.
Did this not make you suspicious?